All right, Bull Bears, thank you for tuning in for another marathon video. Just real quick, once you're done watching the video, meet me back in the gym room here. We got cardio, legs, and shoulders to knock out. Otherwise, enjoy this marathon video and see you soon. All right, good morning, Bowler Bears. It's Monday and a new marathon video here. I had a commenter, Dark Zafkiel 7404 on my last marathon video, just gave awesome feedback and damn near wrote just patch notes himself. And I wanted to go over what he wrote and give my takes on them because it's really, really good feedback that I like to see in marathon. In the background here, I just ran a pretty fun outpost run where we got into pinwheel, wiped the team, got a lot of loot, got out, a lot of fun stuff, close calls. So it's going to be in the background here just for your viewing pleasure. All right, Bungie, listen here. Free-to-play weekends at the start of every wipe. Think about it. Wipes are when the game resets to its best state, arguably. Everyone's on equal footing, economy's fresh, meta's wide open, and that's exactly when you want to put Marathon in front of people who are on the fence. Everyone knows the best part of extraction shooters are always beginning, no matter what. Arc, Tarkov, Han doesn't really have wipes, but same thing for Marathon. Everyone just loves Marathon. We got hooked into it from the beginning because it was fresh. Now, if there's a meta, obviously, it's the way extraction shooters work. But we all know what grabbed us. It was that beginning part of Marathon. And so if we get free-to-play players in at that beginning part, it would be awesome. I also would not be against having free-to-play weekends throughout the season and maybe even restricted to a sponsored kit, experimental playlist, or something of that nature. Either way, we need free-to-play weekends to get more players into this. And the start of a wipe is probably the best place to put it if you're going to have it anywhere at all. All right, the second part, faster, specifically early game progression here, okay? Not overall, just early game. Listen, these upgrades you need in the beginning, I mean, you need like a billion storage drives, unstable LEDs, unstable diodes, unstable biomass, spark leaves. You need so many random green things just to get your character like those first few upgrades. That probably has to change and get, I would say by half for the amount of materials required. I mean, we're talking like some of these were like 20 storage drives or whatever. I have them all locked now, so I can't see what they were. But it was a lot of green material. Loosening the requirements to upgrade the early part of your character, I think, is just a net good thing. I'm not saying that the early game progression isn't as important as the late game, but we just need to trim some of that fat just a little bit. And one specific recipe I would like to point out is the blue shield. I think that recipe is too expensive. If I remember correctly, it's 6 BioLens Siege, which is a purple 2x2. And 6 like enzyme replicators, which is another purple 2x2. That one recipe being kind of cut in half or changed to fit early game better, I think would be a great add-on. And that's even more reinforced with the recent patch notes I think go live on Tuesday, April 21st, regarding the Waster shotgun, and you will not be able to two-tap blue shields anymore. All right, next up, Vault Space. The 400 slots you get maximum is just not enough, especially for what I think the vision Bungie hopefully has, which is sort of crafting builds. I don't know if the answer is extending the vault space just even more, or changing the way things are stacked, or changing the space allocation per item. Something needs to change with the vault space if Bungie wants us to go into this, like, hey, go into runs, collect implants and cores to put together a build, and then have a collection of builds ready to go basically into cryo near end game. I like that gameplay loop. I don't mind that, but right now the vault space combined with the item slot allocations and the stacking sizes does not work. It's not enough. All right, this next one's a little interesting from Dark Zafkiel here. Rook run incentives, right? So kind of running Rook kind of just feels like if you're bored or if you're poor, run Outpost Rook and just pray to God you get into Pinwheel. You need to change that up just a little bit. It's not necessarily in a bad spot, I don't think. There just needs to be more incentive to run it. So what's the change? All right, right now how Rook works is you come in with like a compromised backpack and shield and all this bullshit, and you need to get like a matter fixative to make it so you can take out that equipment, it should get changed to it's at 1 trace. So if you get killed, no one can extract with that blue backpack or shield or anything. It just gets turned into credits. So you just get flat out credits if you kill a Rook. Cool. If you escape as a Rook, you get to keep your blue shield and green or blue backpack and green shield. The only thing I'd be a little hesitant on this is like maybe introduce like a time limit so Rooks just aren't like, if you're low on blue backpacks, just run in as a Rook and do a few like just expel runs as a Rook. However, there's nothing completely like wrong with this patch at all. It's completely fine, and blue backpacks are, you know, a dime a dozen anyways. Like once this season, like once at the mid-season point, who cares about blue backpacks? You know, everyone's buying purples anyways. All right, next patch here, buffing the Copperhead and nerfing the bully. The bully was just nerfed. I think they hit like the aim assist or range on it. I don't remember exactly. I haven't used it since the nerfs. I don't know exactly how it feels. But what Dark Zafkiel says is nerf it again. Fuck it. You know, maybe it's still too good. I honestly have no clue. I will say this. I still see it more than a Copperhead. Now, whether that's because the Copperhead is rare or worse, I'm not sure of which. But if it is rarer, it needs to be less rare. And if it's worse, it needs to get better. So whatever the problem is, something needs to change here. Because I want to use the Copperhead, man. It's such a cool looking gun. And the bully's just like, you're using a bully. You know, you don't feel good to use it. At least I don't. Patch note number 6, Bungie. Here we go. Higher shop purchase limits. Fuck it, man. Who cares? Just let us buy a little bit more shit. We have freaking wallets and all this stupid ass salvage that we pick up that takes up our inventory space. Let us use this shit if we can't upgrade our shit. The only thing that you need to limit or that you can keep capped like big time are grenades, because grenade spamming is a little ridiculous. But if there's a good barter in rotation, like I think I saw one the other day, a new cal strip for a blue shield. Holy fuck, dude. If like let's just go in, hey dude, today let's run outpost runs and get as many new cal strips or whatever the fuck they were as possible so we can stack up on blue shields. Like that, to me, that's cool. Like that seems like a good idea to me. And maybe you can even have like, I don't know, like barter Friday where like things are just like 50% off and it's like cool stuff. Like you could have really cool barter things. Just what Dark Zafkiel says is higher purchase limits. Okay, so that I don't want to put any other words into his mouth, and I totally agree with that. I'm trying to just like make it more fun. Like come on, it's bullshit, man. It's just bullshit barter things. Let us buy as much as we want of it. Besides grenades, and you fuckers and cryo throw way too many grenades. All right, I think this one is going to be the most controversial, and even for me, I think I need to think about this, but I'm going to report what Dark Zafkiel said because he's got great takes so far, so I'm just going to portray it as he... This is editing Jake here. I just had to pause very quickly. This, when I lined this shot up, it just made my entire day. That's all. All right, back to the video. All right, matchmaking by level probably needs to go and start matching loosely by gear. If you go in kitted, you're more likely to bump into other kitted players. This doesn't lock you out of running into like 3 sponsored kits or 3 purples. It just nudges your lobby matching in that direction. My only slight pushback on this would be killing like a purple shielded guy when you're going in with like a green sponsored just feels freaking amazing. And I know Dark Zafkiel he says this flat out, it's not preventing this, it's just loosely based on it. I would just, you know, be curious to see how Bungie implements that. And I think the one thing that people who play Marathon don't want is something like Arc Raiders, where you can, like, behavior-based matchmaking, I think is out of the question for us. We like the PvP here. I don't think any extraction shooter has really done matchmaking perfectly. Arc has behavior-based matchmaking, so if you don't shoot anybody, you'll be placed in the lobbies that don't shoot anybody, so it just makes the game trivially easier, and it's kind of hard to get out of the loop because if you're killing people, you're making the game harder for yourself. Marathon obviously has level-based matchmaking, and Tarkov has just basically no matchmaking, meaning you can go in as a solo and get matched into a group of 3 or 4 guys or whatever the party limit is. So I don't think anyone's done it right, but that's not to say that Marathon has made an attempt at it, which they have with level-based matchmaking, and that's not to say that they won't also make another attempt at it, probably in Season 2 if we were ever to see anything. All right, next patch to implement higher drop rate on all non-cryo keys, all the blue, purples, and I think there's gold keys outside of cryo archive. Bump up the drop rate. I want to go to key rooms, man. Like, let me like have an incentive to go into perimeter with purple shields, like to make sure I can go into hauler, survive, and get the key card and get out, or go into dire marsh maintenance or algae ponds. Like, I want an incentive to go to these other maps and bring my key card and not just loot pinwheel all the time. Yeah, this I think would just be an overall great change. Have more players on more maps, pushing different POIs. This would just be an awesome change all around. All right, this last one is very interesting, and I would love to see it implemented because it gives me Hunt Showdown vibes if you've ever played Hunt. Right now, the Warden has a random chance to spawn on every map. In perimeter, I believe it spawns in overgrown. In dire marsh, it spawns underneath the algae pond area. In an outpost, it can spawn on dormitories. Let's change that. Let's have Warden spawn in, have a guaranteed spawn in every single match. Have the POI that it spawns in be random, and let's make it a little bit more difficult and a little bit more rewarding. And another thing that Dark Zafkiel added into it, which I think is just a great idea. I mean, maybe it won't be executed perfectly, but it gets the mind thinking of, let's have that Warden be surrounded by the virus field. So you need the green antiviruses to go in, because right now they're only used, I think, for the dead zone or the lockdown zone and dire marsh. All right, Bowler Bears, that's a patch notes for Bungie. And I think if they implemented or gave a shot at a lot of these, man, I think the game would be in such a better state, especially the free-to-play players. Just get more players playing this game, and especially at the start of a white man. That's when we all fell in love with the game and knew this game was actually something and not just following the doomer aura around it. But that's going to be the end of the video, guys. We still have the workout to do, obviously, but always, man, leave a comment. Dark Zafkiel, thank you so much, man, if you watched this video. Loved you reading your feedback, loved having a discussion. And look, y'all, I got to make a whole video out of this. So if you want to have marathon discussions, I'm willing to put in the time and the work to have that discussion with you and make videos about it if I think it's video worthy. And Dark Zafkiel, I mean, you can make 5 videos out of all the points he gave. So just leave the comments below, man, and let's get this leg and shoulders workout in. Let's go. All right, Bowler Bears, we are done with the marathon community patch notes video. It's time to get our workout in now. We're gonna do some elliptical because we have legs today. We're gonna be doing 4 sets of 8 for everything. We've been doing 4 sets of 10. So we're gonna go up in weight, lower our reps to start building our strength. So because I'm doing squats, I do not wanna run. So I'm gonna hit 15 minutes of this with some incline and some resistance. And we're on to it, man. All right, cardio time, let's go, baby. Bowler Bears, 15 minutes done, 3 incline, 3 resistance, 15 minutes, 1.35 miles. Next up, we got legs. Remember, 4 sets of 8, higher weight. Squats, baby, squats. All right, let's get it. All right, got my warm-up sets in. I have 145, I got a 35 and a 15. Be 145 for 8. I did 135 for 10 last week, so up the weight. Let's go. That shit behind the state of me here. I took it from 0 to flame. You saying I'm ready for miles. The shit was a luck. They got me fucked up. I put you on bus and take you around. A couple of guys inside of the school. I gave them the tools to get it off the ground. They say they're the ones when they meet the ears. Can't look in the mirror. That shit behind. I stand on the stage. I give them the rage. I'm turning it down. Keep taking it out. We doing the streets. We do it for keys. We do it for rights. I've been in 2 weeks. This shit ain't for pleasure. I'm coming to tweet. This shit is for me. Ain't no man. We write it and wrap it around. I take me a beat and I turn to a beast. About the crib on the hill. Made it harder to reach by the 10. That's all right. We'll just go up next week. Fuck it. Keep going, man. 3 more sets. All right, Bull Bears. Squats done. Resting period's over. Fucking, I did 10 the first set. Last 3, only 8. Don't fucking get overconfident like I did. We're doing lat raises, supersetted with staircase squats. My lat raises, I'm gonna try 25, but lat raises are so hard to improving on weight. So if I gotta go back down, I'll go back down. It's no worries. But I got 25 right now.
Tell me your tale, do you see the road? I'm out to my soul, or tell me the size. Whenever the smoke clear out of my face and my picture perfect, do I look fried? All of that green and yellow that drip from your eyes is telling. Tell your demise, I'm with to my side. To push back the ceiling and push back the feelings I had to the side. I replay them nights and right by my side. All I see is the sea of people that round me.
Alright, Bull Bears. Freaking staircase squats and lat raise is done. I'm moving on to military press here. I'm supposed to go to 85 because I was doing 75 pounds, but I don't have the weight plates to do that, so I'm just going to 95 and I'll just do as many reps as I can.
I'm coming to tweet, this shit is for me. Ain't no man, you invited and wrapping around. I take me a beat and I turn to a beast. About the crib on the hill, made it harder to reach. About a couple more weeks.
We'll do those superset with calf raises. Let's go. Alright, Bull Bears. Military press and calf raises done. My last set, my fourth set of military presses, only did 5 reps in them. I was smoked. That 95 pounds is heavy. Last thing we gotta do, Arnold's, man. 40 pounds, try to get as many as you can. Go for it. Bull Bears, that is the end of the workout, man. Yo, I'm freaking sweating, man. Good workout, about 45 minutes long with a 15-minute cardio session, puts us in an hour. That's fantastic. Marathon video, man, I feel really good about this marathon video. I thought the points that were brought up, the discussion, I just think it's really good stuff. Look, guys, if you've made it this far, thank you so much. Please hit the subscribe button, notification bell, leave a comment below. Always gonna have a community question. 23 subscribers in our first week on YouTube, man. Just absolutely awesome. If you guys like it, I'm gonna keep bringing it. Keep hitting subscribe, keep commenting. Love it all, man, love it all. All right, until tomorrow, man. All right.